fun fact or funny story about myself. Fun fact about me is I am the only fully independent artist in the city of Philadelphia to ever chart on billboards. And I don't scream that too loud at the top of the mountain. It's not like I should, right? Because it's such a feat. Like the city is filled with rappers. And as far as my research is concerned, nobody has fully independently made the Billboard charts on their own. So to me, I feel like, you know, I'm a big dog, but I don't really be out, you know, publicizing that unless I got a show or something like that. But I think that time is over now, though. It's time to start screaming that.
Do you suffer from any parental paranoia, especially being out on the road?
Being a dad ain't an easy task, and dealing with these mothers ain't an easy ask. Accept it or regret it, you never get the credit. If it ain't working out, you really shouldn't sweat it. I heard baby mother bound to do some crazy shit, like turn a democracy to a dictatorship. It's funny how these good men get treated so badly. Was once a happy father, now he's just another Saddy. Sadly, it is a personal song for me. Because I've actually been through the situation of having to pay unwanted child support for children that I actually had taken care of. So for me, it's heartfelt. I wrote it from the heart, but I also wrote it from a standpoint of, you know, there are other fathers out here who can relate to this, who also feel the way that I feel. And probably moms too, to be honest with you. Like, I know the song is called Saddy for Sad Daddy, but I'm giving it to you from my own perspective. But I'm pretty sure some mothers out there who sent it to their baby dads too. Like, you know, I know this probably how you feeling or whatever, or whatever. I don't know. But you know, shout out to the Maddies, the Maddies and the Saddies. What inspired me to write this song? I'm very, very like thought-provoked. I think about a lot of stuff. My mind just never stops working. So I think one day I just was reminiscing about it, and you know, my kids are always on my mind, and I feel like that's like a driving force for a lot of my subject matter is my children and my relationship with them. And you know, because of that comes the relationship that, or you having to talk about the relationship that you might have with their mother. So I just was giving up my perspective on things. Pretty sure, you know, the mothers probably wouldn't agree with it, but again, it's my perspective, it's my truth. That's just what it was for me. My kids probably inspired me to write this song. My rap name is MeatSpady. That's MEATSPADY. And if you look me in my eyes, you see I'm that guy. I came up with my rap name because my real name is Demetrius. My first name is Demetrius, and then my last name is Spady. So all I really did was just cut my first name short, and then, you know, throw the last name in the mix. Everybody typically, like, if you know me from my childhood, you know me as Meatball. Everybody calls me Meatball, so that was also a part of my my moniker, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's how it came about. It ain't nothing crazy. It's MeatSpady. It got some other meanings to it, but that's neither here nor there. I typically, when I write songs, like I would hear a beat in my head first if I'm writing it without a beat, or I hear a beat and then I write it to the beat. I always write the hook first, and then I write the verses around the hooks. So that's typically how I go. So it probably was like 30 minutes. It's fairly easy for me to write songs because I'm always drawing from such an authentic experience for myself. So I ain't really like got to think of a lot. I'm just recalling some situations. So that makes it a lot easier to just pen everything. So 30 minutes probably, and then as you going over it, you got the beat going on and on. You going over it, so you just thinking of more bars, and then all of a sudden it just gets stuck in your head. So you just start getting creative with it. You can freak it however you want to freak it, but yeah, overall time was probably like 30 minutes. Saddy is a sad dad, man. It's a dad who just been, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, unwillingly, like, just snatched away from his children, and his relationship with his children may be a little discombobulated, and it's not really all his fault, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe not his fault at all. it might be something that the mother projected onto the children, or you know, a lot of times it'd be nobody's fault. Nobody's fault. Dad might be at work, mom might be at work, and now the kids get a little older, and now the relationship that he might have with his kids is a little distant, or they don't really see him like how he feel like he should see him. But in most cases, a Saddy is a father who was you know, stripped away from his fatherly rights, you know, based on dynamics of the relationship with the mom. So I wrote this song for all the men who've ever been on child support, even though they take care of their children. All the men who've ever been called a deadbeat, even though they take care of their children. All the men who've just ever been like through a bunch of bullshit with their ex, significant other, baby mom, whatever, for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You go through stuff when it don't really gotta be. My targeted audience is people who've been through it and people who are, you know, preparing to go through it, and they may not even be, they may not even really see that this is like a part of, you know, a sour relationship. So, you know, they probably sitting here thinking, oh, this the one, I found the one, it's my boo, this my little, my cinnamon apple. And then before you know it, they in the courtroom now because they said no one time, or she wanted him to do something and he couldn't do it, so now it's child support. Or, you know, she needed something for the baby on an off check week, child support. You know what I mean? Some type of disagreement. Can you keep him on the weekends? Oh no, I can't keep him on this weekend. But, you know, she see you on the gram, child support. Like, so that's my audience, man. It's these fathers that's out here being wrong. Don't get me wrong, some of these fathers need to be on child support. Some of these no good ass men need to be on child support. But for the ones who understand what I'm talking about, they understand what I'm talking about. So I wrote it for them. That's my target audience. And for the women too, who's doing this shit to the men, like, it's my targeted audience too. Y'all need to stop, man. There's other ways. There's other ways to handle situations like that. Just learn how to communicate. Learn how to speak whatever it is that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And learn solutions, and learn something that I feel like most women ain't gonna never learn is accountability. Learn accountability. Save you a lot of time and energy. My favorite bar in the song is when I say, cussing and fussing, a lot of back and forth. You gave something for nothing, this shit ain't what you thought. It was rigged from the start. The system was designed to keep the family apart. It's irony in how dumb you look being smart. You thought that you was thinking, but thinking ain't what you thought. Dickhead. So I think the bar is pretty self-explanatory, but if I had to break it down, I would just say, like, it's really just on some like aha type stuff. Like, you thought that this situation was what it was. Like, you probably thought like, oh, he don't love my child the way he loved his other child. When in all actuality, I love all my kids the same way. So, you know, you thought that you was thinking, like, you trying to be slick. You trying to be slick about whatever it is that you feeling. You know what I'm saying? Now you go down court, you thinking, oh, you about to be one up. You go put a nigga on child support papers, only to find out that this nigga been getting paid under the table the whole time. So now you only getting $13 a month from this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You thought that you was thinking, but thinking ain't what you thought. And what does that make you? Dickhead. Dickhead. My name is MeatSpady, and you are watching Behind the Bars with IT.
It's IT, baby.
Being a dad ain't an easy task, and dealing with these mothers ain't an easy ask. Accepted over credit, you never get the credit if it ain't worth